giving me a call. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm excited, man. You guys are hitting the road on 22nd. You guys finally a headline Skillet run. It's been a while, man. How you feeling?
That's what I've been telling people. When they've been like, so tell me about the tour, and I'm like, man, finally an American headline, a headline run in America. Thought it would never happen again.
It's been
No,
about
I'm joking.
it's been like 5 years, hasn't it? I think the
It has been.
Awake run was the last one.
Yeah, you're on it. That's absolutely
I
right.
was there.
I can't believe it. It's just because, like, I mean, I like doing all. We've been on awesome tours. I love being a support act, especially on big tours like Carnival of Madness or Shine Down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Winter Jam and things like that. It's really great. But man, doing your own tours in smaller rooms, getting to see everybody's faces and it's as they're singing the songs, there's more intimacy, and I've really missed that in America. We've been doing it overseas. And every single time we do a headline run overseas, I call our manager. I'm like, why are we doing this in America, man?
I've been wondering the same thing.
Geez, so here we are.
Yes, man. I was at the last one. I think was the winter of 2011. You guys did a run with Manifest, Disciple, and We As Human.
Yep.
And Rockford, Illinois was the one I was at. And that was a fun show because Kevin from Disciple came out and did an acoustic set of old Skillet songs from like the first couple albums. I don't know if you
remember that. I do, of course. That was the very last show of the tour.
Yeah, which was awesome. I mean, for you, I've got to ask. I don't think I've asked you about this before. What was that like for you to see him do that?
Oh, yeah, it was really cool. It was I've never seen anybody do that before. It's always amazing when you find out that you've written songs that other bands like. I'm still a really big fan of other bands, and when I find out that bands are, a fan of mine, it's really nice and humbling, and it's cool. So that was a really, really fantastic special tour.
It really was. It was really cool. And this tour coming up, I mean, supporting Unleashed, I really feel like Unleashed, it's kind of not. Rise took you guys to another level. Awake took you to another level. Unleashed has kind of put you guys on even another level. The amount of attention that you guys have gotten from this album is insane. People Magazine, Fox and Friends. I mean, it's been awesome to see all of this happen for you guys. I mean, how has this ride been with this record compared to previous records?
Yeah, it's always good that you can be surprised in a good way. You can always be surprised in a bad way. That's easy. Being surprised in a good way is always really fun because it can feel a little bit like been there, done that all the time. And 20 years in the music business, it's just you're already lucky on that. You're blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been really exciting. I really felt that we were making a special record, and you never know how it's going to go off to people, but I knew that I was really enjoying it. I was enjoying writing it. I was enjoying making it, and I enjoyed listening to it. So I thought, I kept telling people, hey, I think this is the best record we've done in a long time. I think people are going to really like it. It's really fun to listen to. And so now that, there's a lot of attention out there, and it's kind of amazing. I kind of feel a little bit like I'm getting the second bite of the apple, because Awake was a really big run for us, and I kind of never knew if it would be at that level again. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I remember when I got the record, and I finally my fiance was into country for a long time, and she used to be into rock, and she's a huge. I introduced her to you guys when Rise came out. She fell in love with Skillet, and I was like,
"Oh, cool!"
Yeah, I'm like, I got the news. You got to hear the Skillet record. She's like, okay. And we were playing cards at the table, and we had the record playing, and she's like, this is amazing. I was like, it is. I mean, and I feel like it really encompasses musically your guys' career. It's got the industrial electronics from stuff like Invincible and Hey You, I Love Your Soul. It's got the symphonics of Awake. It's got the hard-hitting just Collide on there. I mean, it really encompasses you guys, takes it full circle. I mean, Rise started to.
Yeah.
Unleashed takes it even further. Is that what you wanted to do going into this?
Well, I don't know if I was. I do agree with you, by the way. And it's funny hearing people takes on the record. You know, some people have said exactly what you just said, and some people have said, "Oh, it's just way different. It's too," you know. Some people go, "I wanted it to be more like this, and it's just funny to hear different people's takes on it. I actually do think it's very much kind of a compilation of lots of different things we've done. I think the record has a lot of surprises on it. When you think you kind of got it nailed down, you know, something will come out that is reminiscent of an older Skillet record. That was not the plan. Honestly, the only plan going in was I was like, I want to make a workout album, you know, an album you could turn it on and you could just work out to it and have a great time and just rock out to it. Catchy songs, anthems. I want to see, like, you know, thousands of people singing anthems, and when it came down to making the sounds of it, you know, that is when we really started going, okay, pulling from different influences from older records and going, hey, you know, yeah, that synth kind of reminds me a little bit of you know, maybe Alien Youth times, or even before then, you know, and you know, but then we have some surprises like Out of Hell is my favorite song on the record. You know, it's kind of almost something we've never done before. I mean, it is kind of heavy like Collide, but it's a little bit more modern metal or something, you know, and it's got a little bit of Iron Maiden to it and things like that. And so that's a little bit why we called it Unleashed. But the name of the record has a lot of different meanings, but some of it for me was like, I'm making a record that I really want to make, and if some songs are a little too metal, who cares? And if some songs are a little too pop, you know, some of the metal fans don't like Lions or they don't like Stars, you know, but a lot of the pop fans, that's their favorite, you know. Yeah. So it was a little bit like, I'm making the record that I want to make, and it's a really fun record to listen to, and Unleashed just felt like the right title for me.
Yeah, I have to be careful because the first day I bought the album the day it came out, and I'd already heard the album, and I was like, I gotta buy it because I miss being able to buy albums, physical copies. And I was like, I live next to a record store, so it's perfect but also bad. And I was like, I can't listen to Burn It Down on the way to work because I'm gonna get pulled over listening to
Burn It Down. Baby. That's hilarious.
But
I love it.
For fans that think it's too different, I feel like for fans that may have come in on like Collide or Comatose, it may be a little different because they weren't around or they weren't there for the earlier Skillet days. But for the fans that have been there from the beginning or from Alien Youth on, I feel they may feel right at home. I think it's got it all on there. You know,
right? Oh, good. I'm glad. Thanks.
I think it's perfect. But you guys just released the video for Stars last week, and that video, just visually, it is everything that song is about. I feel like it's an amazingly visual, almost like trippy video. Almost, it's really cool. Whose idea was that?
You know, the director actually had sent in the concept for a lyric video. Okay. And what a lyric video would be like, a lot less band shots and just smaller production. And I read it and I thought, you know, this just feels like it should be the music video, you know, feels like too good of an idea. And it feels, the funny thing is it's just extremely simple. You know, it's like, yeah, you should have a lot of galaxy stuff and atmospheric. And we've never done what I would call, well, I can't remember how you just said it, but I call it like a moody video. It's very kind of, it's lit really moodily and it's atmospheric and it feels kind of big and spacey, isn't it? Yeah. We've never done a video like that. And I thought, well, that would be a really cool juxtaposition from our Feel Invincible video, which is kind of like just in your face, you know? So that's how we decided to do it. And I felt really great about the final product, that it turned out really good and it kind of creates a mood.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it does exactly that. I mean, you can just watch that video on repeat for hours, and it's just like you can focus on what is being done with that. It's just so cool. And then with the Feel Invincible video, it's just like you watch the video and you want to go out and take over the world. It's just like, let's do it, which is how I feel listening to the album, you know?
Good.
But you guys are playing I'm going to be catching you guys in Chicago on the 29th, and you guys are going to be at Louder Than Life a couple days after that. I mean,
Yeah.
is going from headline shows with a full set, then going a show like that to a festival set one day, another day, and then the day after that going back and doing a headline set. Is that an adjustment, or is it, just another day at the office for you? I mean, festivals are a whole different animal.
Sure. Well, that is true. In a little way, it is an adjustment. I mean, we're so used to it that we can kind of do whatever, whenever,
Yeah.
But so it's not a major adjustment, but you do have to think slightly different. Some things that might go over really well at a festival audience aren't necessarily the best in the club, and vice versa. So, I think at a festival, and you need to be a little bit more, and slam bam, thank you, ma'am, kind of mentality. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of these people aren't going to know you, so you got to kind of turn the wow factor up, and by that I don't mean perform better. It's more like don't rely on the crowd knowing your songs. They might not,
Okay.
It might be more of a kind of, you come out swinging, and you kind of get, don't bore us, get to the chorus,
Right.
A little bit of that, but they're all really fun. They're fun for different reasons, so just all the opportunities that we have. Really what it's about for me is just creating a moment between you and the fans when you feel like it's become more than a rock show. And you can do that at a festival, you can do that at a club, you can do it anywhere. And as long as we can do that, it's got to be mean more to somebody than just you screaming with their fists in the air. I want people to leave going, you know what? I feel inspired. Like you said, I feel like I'm taking over the world now. I feel like I can make my life better. I can make someone else's life better. I just feel like I'm a part of something that matters. That is how I want people to lead a Skillet show.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and for me, growing up at the church and remember seeing you guys, not seeing you, but listening to you guys when you were, on a smaller level, kind of, it's just so much fun to see you guys at Louder Than Life. You're going to be on the main stage at Rock on the Range. You're on the main stage. You guys are up there now. You guys, I think, are getting the recognition you deserve after it took 20 years into the career, and you guys are.
Yeah.
It's just, it didn't take 20 years. I mean, with Comatose, you guys were there. And I feel like why are people just now finding out about Skillet after so long?
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's all the new fans out there, and part of the thing that we've been really lucky to do is that Skillet's one of the few bands. I mean, there are other bands that have been around as long as us or longer, and have had more success than us. Typically, though, those bands had major success early on, and they were able to keep their fans, as opposed to they're gaining new young fans. So I think the reason Skillet's done it is, we were never hugely successful. We've always been growing, but we've been able to get new younger fans. There are kids that are 13, 14, just discovering rock and roll, and Skillet's one of the bands they just heard of, and they don't know that we've been around. So they have a lot of back catalog to buy. When they find out we have 9, 10 records out, they're a little stunned. So that's been a really good thing. We really owe our fans a lot. It's that grassroots, people telling their friends about it, posting it on Facebook.
Yeah.
All that stuff really matters. So we owe it to the fans.
And I think it says a lot. You guys have really stayed true to what you believe. The message has always been strong, biblically, and faith with your faith. It's always been there. It's always been, it's always been evident and very clear what you guys are all about. And a lot of bands, when you get further into the career, sometimes that might get watered down or just, abandoned. But you guys are always, even with songs like Stars, Out of Hell, I mean, it's there, you don't stray away from it. And it's just so good to see. I mean, it's just awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been important to not be fake and to just be who you are. And some people might not accept it, but some people will. And I think there's a lot of people that, whether they believe what you believe or they're into what you're into, in the end they go, you know what, I respect it. And it's always important to me to hear somebody sing a song. You guys all good? Thank you so much. Bye. See you later. Oh, you too. Yeah, you too, guys. Thanks. I know. There's some good ones. See y'all later. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Sorry.
No worries.
Anyway, there's for me when I hear a band, even if it's something that I don't like what they sing about or something, if I believe them, I still respect it. And I think that's what I'm getting at. And I think Skillet has a lot of those kind of fans. So that's been a really cool thing. There's been a lot of supporters that might not typically love Christian music, but they've been like, you know what, I'm down with that. They're true to themselves, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are really taking the Great Commission to heart and doing exactly what believers were supposed to do, and it's great.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Absolutely. One thing I wanted to ask about is the last with the Rise album cycle. I don't even know how many times I saw you guys on that. It was a lot of the same material throughout the cycle. How much of Unleashed can we expect to hear on the Unleashed tour?
Sure. Yeah, we are playing quite a bit. It feels like one of those Comatose is the same way. When Comatose came out, it was within a month. I felt like half the set was Comatose, because it just was that kind of a record for some reason. Unleashed feels that way. Now, we're not playing half the set, but we are playing, I think, 5 or 6 new songs, putting it in the set. And even if people don't know all of them, they are fun live songs to play, and people are getting into it, They've been going really well. So it feels like a very, like we definitely need to be playing that new stuff and getting fans, excited about the new material.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. There's so many songs on this record. I feel like every song fits live, but there's certain ones that are just, it's a live album. It's like a live album. It's just perfect.
Awesome.
And I'm excited because at some point you guys will be the band I've seen the most out of everybody. And so I'm excited.
Oh, cool.
So I think 14 or 15 times. So it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. But finally, and this can be completely off the record, you guys have done Winter Jam at the Roadshow quite a few times. Any chance we could see you guys returning to that down the road?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we will. We've got great relationship with both of those events, and we're not doing Winter Jam this coming year, I don't think. But yes, I'm assuming we will definitely be back and doing it again.
Awesome. Yeah, because I know Indy, you guys hit Indy every time you do Winter Jam or the Roadshow, and Indy, we love you guys here. I've talked to so many people about the new record, and they're all like, we got to have him back in Indy. I'm like, they were just here last year. Go see him again. So I'm a little bummed you guys aren't going to be able to do Pierre's with the management change, because that's my favorite venue, favorite band, favorite venue, perfect. But I will make the travel to Chicago next week to see you guys. Not a problem.
Awesome.
I've traveled further, so it's going to be
I hear you.
It's going to be awesome, man. John, thank you so much for talking to me again. I appreciate it. And hopefully at Chicago or Louder Than Life, we'll run into each other, and we'll see each other again down the road.
Absolutely. Come say hey to me for sure.